Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks and a short little bonus video. One of my subscribers, Ashley Bryan, asked if I could show all of the tanks in my garage, which is something I was thinking about the other day actually, but I didn't know if anybody would be interested, to be honest. But since I've been asked, yeah, I'm quite happy to do a short bonus video to go through what's in my garage. So let's make a start. I've got the Tier 3 American light tank, the Locust, which is a great little crew trainer for your Americans. Obviously, I have the T71. I have the M41 Brazilian Bulldog. The Ripper, Tier 5 Sherman variant. I also still have the M4 Sherman, although no camo on it at the minute. I do need to get back into that one, and I've got that just because it's great fun, and I'm about to hit my first mark of excellence on it. Got the Easy 8, grinding through for the T20, I think it is. I've also got the Sherman Jumbo, which I rebought for the purposes of the Sherman review. I've got the Freedom. I did have a normal Super Pershing, which was one of the first ones that I bought, but when I got the Freedom with the Liberty Bundle and what have you, I decided to get rid of the Super Pershing. I didn't see the point in having both of them. I've also got the T69, Tier 8 American Autoloader. I've got my T29 because I love it, and I'm about to hit my second mark of excellence on that one. I think I'm at something like 82% damage standing, and it's 85 for your second. I've not been out in that for a while actually. I've got the Mutant 6, which is rock solid from the front, but a little tip. Obviously you've got the zoom out so you can see it, Commander's hatch on top, which is a weak spot, but it's quite hard to hit and it's quite a good angle. But if you've got around 200 pen or just over, turret ring. If you can't flank one of these, you can't really hit the Commander's cupola, go for the turret ring. You should get through it with around 200 or so pen, or maybe slightly higher. I've got the yep, I sort the camera out. I've got the M56 Scorpion, American Tier 7 tank destroyer. Great little tank destroyer. You have to be very careful in it, and it's only got 1mm of armour all round. Yeah, that's right, 1mm. I've just bought the T28 concept, which hopefully I'll be doing a review of possibly today, which is Friday the... what are we on? Do you know? I have no idea. Friday the 7th. There we go. Don't even know what day it is half the time. I've got the T28 prototype, but the crew from that is currently in my Lycan. I put them in there to do the review. Now I'm going to put them back in here and train up the Lycan crew themselves. I've got the Snakebite. Great fun little tank. Very good looking tank as well. I really do like what they've done with these comic book ones. I've got the Matilda because why not? It's a stress relief tank for me, that one. But I do like the Matilda, and also for when I'm platooning up with my kids. My little daughter, she's not got particularly out, she doesn't play it a lot, but she plays it every now and again, and she likes to platoon up with me, so I've got that one for that. I've got the Knight, great tank as well. I've got the Centurion 1. That's as far as I got on the FV4202 grind. I lost a day on it, and I think if I'd have not lost that day I could have possibly made that one, but that's been put on hold slightly. But I am still going up towards the Centurion Action 10 as well. Obviously I've got the Centennial, and I stuck the 100 years mark on there. I have the Mighty Tog. Everybody should own a Tog. It's not a great tank, and it's very unhappy when it's lonely, but you get a Tog platoon of 2 or 3 and you get top tier, you're going to make a mess of the enemy. You have a lot of firepower and a lot of health between you. I have the Conqueror, still grinding out for the FV215B, but I don't think I'll get rid of the Conqueror when I'm done. I do like it, and it is something a little bit different to the 2 tier 10s. Chieftain. As you can see, I've not been in that for a few days. The camo's worn off, and that's basically because I've been doing the monster tank reviews. been taking up a lot of my time recently. I've got my Panzer 2JPS, which I got for having, well, you could download it for free if you had PlayStation Plus. I don't know if it's still on the PlayStation Store to download. Very tough little tank, armour of a tier 5 medium. Shocking gun though. I have another little tier 3. This is one of the earliest ones I bought from the store, not far back after I'd started playing actually, which is the Gross Tractor. A bit of a glass cannon, quite a good gun on it, and it's got heat rounds for its premium ammunition down at tier 3. I've got the Panzer S35, which I used to be my go-to tank for my German crew training. Now it's the T54 I've got the Panzer T25, which I think I picked it up for the ranked battles. I picked it up for that because at the time I had sold my GUP, which was the first tank that I earned, and I got it back using an exception from Wargaming. And the GUP is basically a Panzer IV just with an anime paint job. Kraft's Panther, which is still just such a good looking tank. I've got my Panther 88 and I've got a Mark of Excellence, yay! Yeah, the Panther 88 again was another tank that I bought fairly early on in my World of Tanks sort of playing, and didn't do brilliant in it, and then recently I've been back in it again and actually got a Mark of Excellence on it, which was quite nice. I think that's my first German Mark of Excellence. I've got the Hammer, which I earned, which is why I didn't do a review of it at the time. When the Hammer came on with the Kanonen Jagdpanzer, they also did the bundle with the Type 59 and the Mutant 6, and I had to get the Type, I'm afraid. I've got the VK4502A, which I quite like. I feel that you have to use it more like a medium than a heavy, but it's still a nice tank. I've got the Hetzer. Hetzer's gonna het, and again I think I mentioned in one of the videos that I wasn't going to bother with this, but then I saw a few videos featuring it. I thought, do you know what, I've got a bit of free XP, I'm going to get one. It's another tier 4 when I'm platooning with my kids, and I love it. And again, it's another stress relief tank that I go in every now and again, and it's fantastic when you're top tier, especially with that dirt howitzer. I've got the Stug 4, which I did a review of last week. I don't think I've been in that since actually. I'll have to get back in it. I've got the Jagdpanther. I have gone up to the... which one is it? Do you know, I can't remember. Tier 6, Nashorn, that's it, Nashorn on the other line. But I don't know, I was getting a bit frustrated with the Nashorn and the glass cannon, so I wanted to go back to the Jagdpanther. There are a lot of tanks I've got to buy back again, and I'll show you my tech tree as well quickly. It does look like I've got a lot of premiums actually, but I am in the process of buying back a lot of tech tree tanks. Anyway, AMX 12T. I've got the AMX CDC. I've also got the AMX M445, which I don't know about that. My judgment is out on it at the minute. It's a good support tank, I must admit, and I think the mistake I made was getting a bit too in there, but it makes a better support tank in my opinion. I could be wrong on that one. I've got the Liberté. You'll notice that a lot of my tanks don't have crews in, especially the premium ones, and that's because I share the crews with my tech tree tanks. I can take a crew from a tech tree tank, put it into the premium, no cost, no penalty, run them about in that and train them up a bit quicker, and it just means that I can put, you know, I have a choice of crews for my premiums, see what I fancy at the time. FCM 36 pack 40. I've got the AMX 13M. Yes, I have two scumbags in my garage, but I don't drive them like a scumbag. I don't drown myself or throw myself off a cliff, so that's my excuse. I've also got the LFFFFF. Alright, the proper name 105 Le FH18B2, which is based on the B1, I think it is, the tier 4 French heavy. I've got the T127, which again was my go-to training tank for the Russians, but again T34-88, but I still go in this every now and again because it is good fun. It's like a baby IS-6. You angle it, stay at mid-range, you'll bounce shots all day long. T54 Lightweight, which I've not been in for a while actually, and I think I was explaining that in the Lycan video. T34 88, which I've mentioned before. In fact, that's training a crew up at the minute, I think, for my tier. I'm starting early for the tier 10 Russians. I've got my Motherland. I've recently rebought the KV2. I don't know why I got rid of it in the first place. I think it was a small fit of insanity. And I've got to put the equipment back on it, and I've got to train a crew up for that. In fact, I might stick them in the 127 and run them about a bit over the weekend. I've got the Russian IS-2, which is got the paint job, the markings, sorry, of an actual World War II tank, and there was a picture of it taken at the gates of Berlin at the end of the war when the Russians made it to Berlin. My history is not my strong suit, so I'm probably very glib and generalised there. I've got my IS-3, and not too far really from the T10, but again I think I'm going to keep the IS-3. I'm at that point now where I'm keeping tanks that I enjoy. When I first started playing I needed the money, I would sell a lot of the tanks just to get the new ones, and now I kind of regret it. It's like I want to buy back the 360-1H. I thought that was a fantastic tier 6 heavy. KV4, another one that I've bought back fairly recently. I did cock up when I was going up to it. I didn't unlock all the packages on the KV3. I know, noobish mistake, but I made it. I've since unlocked those packages, bought the KV3 back, and that is now fully upgraded with that monster long gun on it. Of course, there's the Gorynych Kv. The Su-76I, fantastically fun little tier 3 tank destroyer, not to be confused with the Su-85I, is it? Or there's a tier 4 version, and it's basically got the same hull, armour and everything else, but it's tier 4 or 5 I think it is, with a bigger gun. But down at tier 3 I think this has got 60mm of armour on the front and the rear, or might be slightly less on the rear. Very, very tough little tank destroyer down at tier 3, and you can have a lot of fun in that one. And again, I was using it for sort of crew training. The mighty box tank, great fun. Very frustrating at times, but you know when you hit something and just nuke it, yeah, that's when it's fun. Su-122-44, I think this might have been possibly... No, it wasn't the first premium that I bought, but it was one of the first sort of couple, and it was the sort of highest tier one that I had at the time, and again, my stats are still recovering from it now. I've got the ISU-122S, which was one of the... Was it the original hero tanks that came out before the Motherland, or was it just after the Motherland? Do you know, I can't remember now, but I've got that many of them. But yeah, the ISU-122S, basically an ISU body, but down at tier 7 with 122mm with a ridiculous rate of fire. In fact, let's have a quick look. 8.10, so not too ridiculous, but still good, and it catches people out. But again, very much a supporting one, unlike the 122-44, which you can play as an assault gun when you're top tier. The SU-152, because I'm grinding through for the ISU-152 proper. I've got the SU-100M1 because I wanted to try out the different line of Russian tank destroyers. You notice some of these I haven't got equipment on. I've been slacking a bit with putting the equipment on them. Excuse me. Little hiccups a bit. I think now I've earned a bit of money over the last few days running those monster tanks, I might start putting some equipment on. I fully equipped the 4502A yesterday, I think it was. So I might start sticking some equipment on some of these ones. I've got the Type 64 Chinese light tank, tier 6. I know they said it was going to be a short video, it's turned out a bit longer. I didn't realise how many tanks I got. WZ-132, again, not been in it for a while for reasons I explained yesterday. I've got the T34-2, which has been put on hold. I really want to get up the Chinese line to the tier 10 medium. But that's a great little tank, T34-2. In fact, I think I've got the 122mm on there. Yeah, it's a bit shorter, just for something a bit different. Turns it into more of an ambush medium than a fast flank. Well, it's still a fast flanking one, but it's, yeah, more ambush. The Type 59, great tank. I would have to call a little bit OP when it's top tier, I must admit. I don't like to, but yeah, when it's top tier I would have to call slightly OP. Right, yeah, not a short video, in fact. I took that long that it ended. So anyway, after some dodgy editing, I've got the Chinese IS-2 because I'd like to get through the Chinese heavies. It makes the grind for the tier 9 medium a lot easier on the Chinese line. I've also got the 112 Chinese heavy premium. And yep, I've started on the Japanese super heavies, and this is still in my garage because I've got to do the little reviews of it. So I've got the Igo Chi-Ro, I've got the STA-1, and I've also got the Type 91. Now I'm going to be making a concentrated effort on these over the weekend. And oh, of course, last but not least, the Kaiju OI. And yeah, that's it. So that's what's in my garage. I'm going to be buying the T32 shortly because I've got that unlocked. I've had it unlocked for a while, and I'm probably going to be rebuying the Tiger 1 and finishing off that line soon as well. But you asked, and there you go. That's what's in my garage at the minute. Right, I'll hope you enjoyed this little bonus video for the people who did find it interesting, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Take care on that battlefield, and I'll see you later.